Hello, Cancer. This is Tarot Queen Jamila here to do your February lovers reading. Is he or she the one? This reading may not resonate for all of you Cancers, okay? If it doesn't resonate for you, you can go and look at your rising sign. You can always come and get a private reading with me, okay? The link to my website is below. All right, so I am going to just call to the spirits and spirit guides for the Cancer lovers. Cancer couples, what messages do you have for the Cancer as far as them being with the one? Are they the one? Or is commitment or marriage a possibility with this person that Cancer is dealing with? What works against the relationship and what works for the relationship? What does Cancer need to do? Or advice for the Cancer, and then advice for Cancer's lover. And will Cancer be happy with this person long term? Okay. All right. So, again, this is gonna, yeah. So, I don't know. Let's see what it says. Shall we? All right. All right. So, are they the one? I'd say that the answer could be, I'd say yes, the Three of Cups, okay? But your outcome card is the Nine of Swords. So I feel like there is some sort of third party. I feel like it's either mother, brother, sister, child, causes kind of a lot of sort of imbalances in your current relationship, Cancer. Is commitment or marriage a possibility? And the spirits brought up the Sun card. So yeah, you could definitely have a successful marriage with this person. But I feel like at least in the month of February, because we're not looking out forever, the Nine of Swords, I feel like it's representing somebody being fearful of something in the relationship, okay? What works against the relationship is the Emperor. So I feel like this is a fire sign person. This is very strong energy that I feel like it's definitely a person, okay? Because the Emperor is a core card. I'm sorry, guys, about all the... I have allergies, and I was just really, really dehydrated a few minutes ago. It was crazy, and my back was hurting too. All right, spirit guides. Give me some clarity on this Emperor. Okay, yeah, the Moon card. It's possibly either his or her mother, or either his or her father, or both. Okay. So I'm sensing there's some really heavily dark energy around the relationship. I feel like in particular for the Cancer, it causes Cancer to sort of be a little emotional, maybe going through mood swings or something. There's definitely a very powerful force working against the relationship, Cancer. I feel like the Moon card does represent having phobias or fears that aren't even there, or fears of the unknown. Definitely the Moon represents a feminine energy. It's if it's not the mother, then it's the feminine energy. And I feel like it is the mother for a majority of you Cancers, because now see, I'm a Cancer. How many times have you heard you remind me of my mother? How many times have you heard that? And you don't even have to look like their mother. It's just that nurturing, that Cancers, that energy that we give to people. So advice for the Cancers with the Moon card. The Ten of Pentacles. So definitely some issues within the family, but then again, I feel as though the Ten of Pentacles represents like a long term. I feel like it's a long term relationship. I feel as though um, a lot of you Cancers are dealing with more so of a relationship that is long term, or either it is going to lead. I definitely feel like it's going to lead to marriage because of the Sun card coming up. So what works for the relationship is the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like somewhere within the relationship, I feel like Cancer and lover is building some kind of trust, some kind of grid of trust, okay? And then also I feel as though the relationship itself has a lot of positive energy around it. Okay, just the two of you in the relationship. It has a lot of positive energy around the relationship just in general. Okay. Um, Now, what does advice for the Cancer? You guys got the Ten of Wands. So, Ten of Wands is representing, I feel as though, especially in the month of February, I feel like your lover is going to be going through something. And I feel like they're really going to need your help. So, I feel like either Cancer or Cancer lover is going through something. I do feel as though there is, with the 10 coming up, and you got these two tens. Now, I will tell you that I can see that what is causing a lot of obstacles in your relationship, Cancer, is, sorry about that, guys. I want to light this tea light back up. Goodness gracious. Okay. I feel like a lot of you are dealing with family problems, okay? Family traditions and family issues, and especially with the Ten of Wands, in particular on the Cancer's side. I feel like for a lot of you Cancers, your mother is having a really, really they work against the relationship, but I feel like the Ten of Pentacles coming up, I feel like it represents I feel like it represents the strength of your relationship. Because I know I have problems with my mother, and I'm a Cancer, and once I get a man, he ain't going nowhere. He's not leaving my side. So I feel, I feel like in spite of the dark influence and in spite of all of the crazy in your relationship, you're still holding on to it. Now, Cancer lover, what they need to do is the Page of Wands. So I feel like this is communication. I feel like lover is going to be communicating something to Cancer. Uh, and I feel like it could cause Cancer to have some fears that might come out. So the Nine of Swords represents the outcome. Can Cancer be happy long term? And that's not the best answer. But I mean, you see with, well, not long term. We already answered that. Is commitment a possibility? Yes. Will Cancer be happy with this person? And so the Nine of Swords, I feel like it represents Cancer's ability to to protect themselves. I feel like there's some psychic energy that's coming in through Cancer's mother, and then also, maybe Cancer lover's mother and father. The Emperor is the father card, so I do see that you're dealing with two very powerful influences that are against your relationship, Cancer. For some reason, they just don't want you to be with the love of your life. It's crazy. Anyway, spirits, give me some clarity on the Page of Wands. I feel like your lover's going to communicate something with you. The Five of Pentacles. Maybe they're feeling like they're feeling as though you're not doing enough for the relationship. Maybe the Five of Pentacles represents your lover is a little insecure, so they may have some verbally abusive words to say to you. They're definitely, I feel like if there is any like harsh words, I feel like maybe they're going to come and tell you, hey, I'm feeling insecure. But I feel like whatever it is they are expressing to you is insecurity. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Five of Pentacles. And it might be where they're saying they may be telling you about financial difficulties, the Tower card. So the Tower card is representing quick, unexpected change. Some of you Cancers may hear from a lover that you hadn't heard from in a while. So that may be why this Three of Cups comes up, because maybe there's some kind of reunion. Spirit, give me some clarity on this Tower. What do you want Cancer lover to know about this Tower? Okay, the Page of Swords. So you got all this communication. I feel like Cancer. I feel like this is communication. I feel like it's communication that's happening, whereas it wasn't happening previously. Maybe they're going to communicate with you about things that they hadn't communicated about before. Maybe they're going to open up. Yeah, the Ten of Cups was after the Page of Swords. So I feel like they're going to communicate with you, Cancer. I feel like for some reason, a lot of your cards over here on your lover side point to communication. The Page of Wands as well as the Page of Swords, okay? So I feel like you're going to hear from somebody in particular, either maybe the 5th of the month, the 10th of the month. But I feel like you're going to hear from, I feel like you're going to hear from your lover. They're going to call you and say something to you. And it is going to be some kind of change. The Ten of Cups comes up. So maybe you're a Cancer and your lover's going to tell you that they're pregnant. Maybe you're a Cancer, your lover's going to tell you that, they want a more secure relationship, okay? The outcome, will Cancer be happy with this person? The Nine of Swords comes up. So I'm going to do a clarifier on that because I feel like this is where your lover may edge you a little bit. It does feel kind of edgy. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Nine of Swords. Also, I feel as though a lot of you Cancers, you're either with an earth, fire, or an air sign, okay? The Judgment card comes up. I feel like Cancer, as long as they don't make the same mistakes that your other lovers made, then I feel like you can be happy with them. But because that kind of resonates with me. Like I'm just like, please don't make the same mistakes that everybody else made. There's a message about that. Spirit, give me some clarity on past, present, future of Judgment. There's a message with that. Okay, Four of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So feel as though Spirits is saying that, you need to leave those emotions in the past, but then also I feel as though this is where you make peace with something. I feel like Four of Swords is where you make peace. I feel like Four of Cups is you um where you open up yourself to love, where you're not turning it down, where you're not pulling away. I do feel like Cancer is sort of emotional during the month of February. I feel like it does have something to do with some bad spiritual baggage that Cancer may be carrying with them, and that's why the Ten of Wands comes up. Maybe there's some baggage coming from their family or either maybe at work. The Eight of Cups comes up, though, which represents something very positive. So I do feel I feel like as long as Cancer lets go of bad energies from the past, and you know what? That actually doesn't resonate for me at all, but I can imagine that if you are some Cancers that are carrying that energy, you need to release it. So I feel as though as long as you don't have those fears that I feel like fear and anxiety and angst is sort of what is on around the relationship. And I do feel like, especially if you're dealing with this fire sign, they're sort of edgy, so they kind of make you feel a little insecure. But I think it's because they feel insecure as well. I feel like you're definitely synchronized who you're with, Cancer, because of the Moon card coming up. But I feel like these two fours adding up to this eight, I feel like Cancers are going to be working on um, making peace with something or someone from the past, or maybe something that happened in the past that was particularly traumatizing for the Cancer. Um, Feel like Cancer is definitely right now learning to appreciate. I feel like in February in particular, you're going to be like really appreciating what you have as far as in terms of your love life. So I feel like the Eight of Cups is representing getting over or getting past some kind of emotional hurdle in the relationship. So now the Eight of Cups could represent, it always represents abandonment. So I do feel as though a lot of you Cancers are working on abandonment issues as well. Somewhere within your relationship, you're working on abandonment issues. Okay. The Eight of Cups can sometimes represent abandoning something or leaving something. I do feel as though if it's not right for you, Cancer, I feel like some of you, the current relationship that you're dealing with, you possibly will walk away from it in the month of feel like it could be in the months leading up if you feel like it doesn't fulfill you emotionally. So I do want to tell you that, Cancers are sort of dealing with a pattern in their relationships to where they don't feel appreciated and they feel abandoned emotionally. So if you're not taking care of your Cancer, they could leave, or either Cancer, if you're not taking care of your, lover, they could leave. But the Ten of Cups comes up. So I kind of feel as though this is your lover communicating some kind of commitment that they want to make, or maybe a renewal or something of your vows, maybe possibly, because I feel like I'm definitely looking at a long-term relationship, and long-term relationships can have their struggles. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, Cancer. I hope that that reading made sense to you because it was kind of all over the place to me. But thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. All right. Blessed be.